Endmarks, also known as sentence-ending punctuation, are symbols used at the end of sentences to indicate different types of sentences or statements. There are three main types of endmarks: periods, question marks, and exclamation points. The period is the most common endmark and is used to indicate a declarative sentence. Declarative sentences make statements or convey information. They are used to express facts, opinions, or thoughts. She enjoys reading novels. The weather is sunny today. They went to the beach for a vacation. The question mark is used at the end of an interrogative sentence to indicate that the sentence is a question. Interrogative sentences are used to ask questions and seek information. Are you coming to the party tonight? What time does the movie start? Did you finish your homework? The exclamation point is used at the end of an exclamatory sentence to show strong emotion, excitement, surprise, or emphasis. Exclamatory sentences convey intense feelings or reactions. Wow! That was an amazing performance. Hurrah! We won the game. Ouch! That hurt. It's important to use endmarks correctly to convey the intended meaning of your sentences. Declarative sentences require a period, interrogative sentences need a question mark, and exclamatory sentences call for an exclamation point. In addition to these three main endmarks, there are a few other symbols used in writing. The ellipsis is a series of three dots used to indicate an omission or a pause in speech or thought. The students were excited about the field trip to the zoo, and they couldn't wait to see the animals. The M dash is a longer dash used to indicate a break or interruption in a sentence. I wanted to tell here €1. Well, I changed my mind. Using the appropriate endmarks and other punctuation symbols enhances the clarity and meaning of your writing, making it easier for readers to understand your intended message and emotions conveyed in your sentences. Commas are versatile punctuation marks used in various situations to separate or clarify different elements within a sentence. Here are some common uses of commas. Commas are used to separate items in a list or series. The comma before the final item is known as the serial comma, or Oxford comma. The use of the serial comma is a matter of style, and some style guides recommend it while others do not. I need to buy apples, bananas, and oranges. She enjoys reading, writing, painting, and singing. The car comes in red, blue, green, and yellow. Commas are used to set off introductory words, phrases, or clauses from the main part of the sentence. However, I will try my best to finish on time. In the morning, I like to go for a walk. After finishing his work, he went out for dinner. When two or more adjectives modify the same noun and can be rearranged without changing the meaning, they are known as coordinating adjectives. Commas are used to separate coordinating adjectives. She lives in a small, charming cottage by the lake. They admired the beautiful, historic building. He gave a thoughtful, generous gift. In the examples above, the adjectives, small, and charming, beautiful, and historic, and thoughtful, and generous, are coordinating adjectives. Note: it's essential to understand the distinction between coordinating adjectives and cumulative adjectives. Cumulative adjectives do not require commas because they build on each other to form a single idea. We found a large red brick house. In this example, large and red are cumulative adjectives, forming a single idea to describe the noun, house. Proper comma usage helps create clear and organized sentences. It ensures that readers can easily identify the different elements in the sentence and understand the intended meaning. However, it's also essential to be cautious with comma splices, using commas to join two independent clauses without a conjunction, and avoid unnecessary commas that can disrupt the flow of the sentence. Apostrophes are punctuation marks used for two main purposes in English: to indicate possession and to form contractions. Understanding how to use apostrophes correctly is crucial for clear and accurate writing. Let's expand on each use. Apostrophes are used to show that something belongs to or is associated with someone or something. When indicating possession, the placement of the apostrophe depends on whether the possessor is singular or plural. For singular nouns, add an apostrophe followed by an s. The dog's tail wagged happily. John's car is parked outside. For plural nouns that end in s, add only an apostrophe after the s. The students' notebooks are on the desk. The tree's leaves turned red in the fall. For plural nouns that do not end in s, add an apostrophe followed by an s. The children's toys are scattered on the floor. The women's soccer team won the championship. Apostrophes are also used to form contractions, which are shortened forms of words where one or more letters are omitted, and an apostrophe takes their place. Contractions are commonly used in informal writing and speech to make sentences less formal and more conversational. Can't, cannot. Don't, do not. It's, it is. I'll, I will. There, they are. You've, you have. It's important to note that some contractions can be ambiguous and require careful attention to context. For example, it's can be a contraction for it is, or it has, and you've can be a contraction for you have, or you have. The context of the sentence will determine the correct interpretation. One common mistake to watch out for is the confusion between possessive pronouns, e.g., his, hers, its, theirs, and contractions. Possessive pronouns already indicate possession and do not require an apostrophe. The book is hers, not hers. The cat licked its paws, not its. Using apostrophes accurately helps improve the clarity and correctness of your writing. By understanding the rules for possession and contractions, you can effectively convey ownership and form contractions in your sentences. Capitalization rules in English are essential for indicating the beginning of sentences, emphasizing proper nouns, and distinguishing titles from regular words. Let's expand on the three main areas of capitalization. Proper nouns refer to specific names of people, places, organizations, and unique entities. They are always capitalized to set them apart from common nouns. John went to New York to visit the Statue of Liberty. She works at Apple Inc. in Cupertino. Capitalization rules for titles depend on the type of title and the style guidelines you follow. In general, the first and last words in a title are always capitalized, along with all significant words, nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Articles, conjunctions, and prepositions, unless they are the first or last word, are usually not capitalized in titles, unless they are part of a phrasal verb. Gone with the Wind is a classic novel by Margaret Mitchell. The movie The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring was directed by Peter Jackson. The first word of a sentence is always capitalized, regardless of the word's type, common or proper noun. The sun is shining brightly. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. It's important to be consistent with capitalization rules in your writing. Pay attention to proper nouns, titles, and sentence beginnings to ensure your writing looks professional and adheres to standard capitalization conventions. However, be aware that some proper nouns can become common nouns when used generically, and their capitalization can change accordingly. I need a Band-Aid. Generic. I need a Band-Aid. Brand-specific. Following capitalization rules correctly can enhance the clarity and readability of your writing, helping you effectively convey important information and maintain a polished appearance in your written work.